Hi. So it's with huge vulnerability that I'm recording this video today. I'm just walking down by the lake. I'm sorry, it's probably really windy. I don't even know if you can hear me properly. And you may be asking, well, why record a video if it's making you feel vulnerable? And the reason is because what 2018 has definitely taught me through all the pretty shy challenges I've had is that with vulnerability comes great strength and healing. And so part of my healing, and probably one of the biggest parts of my healing today, is doing this video. It's probably mostly for me, but it's, you know, I have Gentle Warrior, and I always train people and help people and mentor people on how to get through challenges, and that's based on the challenges I go through myself and methods that I use. So I always secretly hope that somebody else out there maybe gets something from my healing and my messages as well. So that's why I'm doing this. I went for a scan last week Wednesday. Actually, the hospital is the white buildings. It's those white buildings there. You can see them. That's where our doctors are. And I went for a scan there just to see, you know, the baby's heartbeat, and we had to go and collect bloods. It was just routine, nothing unusual. I was 14 weeks, 2 days pregnant. This was the Wednesday that just passed, and they couldn't find a heartbeat. So our baby boy has passed over. I'm going to get through this video. So we were rushed to Ballinasloe, and our doctor, which is a beautiful, beautiful doctor, she's so lovely, she confirmed that the baby wasn't moving and the heartbeat wasn't there, and they measured the baby's length on the scan, and it looks as if the baby passed, or basically 13 and a half, just before 14 weeks pregnant. Basically, we had gone the week before for the scan. It's the last time we saw the baby's heartbeat. It was the scan I posted on my Facebook page, so those of you that saw my post would have seen the baby as well. And they say that it was the Thursday that the baby passed. That would have been the day that the hospital phoned us to say that they got our harmony results, which was to validate or confirm whether our baby had Down syndrome or not, and the gender. And I am so grateful now that I did tick to find out the gender of our baby. So the Thursday we got that call to come in on the Friday was the Thursday that our baby's heartbeat actually stopped. And the Friday we went in and they confirmed our baby had Down syndrome and was a boy. And then a few days later, of course, we found out that he had passed. So I've got to go into hospital on Monday to start the process, and on Wednesday I have to go and birth him, which naturally I'm terrified about, but that's all part of the process. So why else am I doing this? Because, you know, I believe that everything comes with learnings and lessons. And I always try and search for mine. Sometimes we can't figure it out because we're in so much pain and, you know, stuck in the physical. I phoned Taryn on Wednesday, obviously in a complete state, and I said I can't, like, it's probably going to be forever till I understand why this one. You know, many of you know I had a miscarriage in January, and so same year, 11 months later, I'm having my second miscarriage, and this time in my second trimester. Really sucks. And Taryn reminded me what this baby, in the short time that it was in my womb, has already made such beautiful changes. She, you know, when we went into Ballinasloe Hospital, the doctor said that she was just in such shock. She couldn't believe that they had phoned her to say I was on my way, that they couldn't find a heartbeat. She said that just that afternoon she was in a meeting with the directors, and she was telling them what she had learned from the meeting she had with me, where she told us that our baby had Down syndrome, that she had learned that there's so much positivity to it, that there's this fear, this stigma that's related to becoming a mom with Down syndrome, or you feel like you're not going to have a normal family. And I mean, really, what is normal, and who depicts normal? Society, and who in society depicts normal? But, you know, that's a whole different video that I won't get into. So we were fine with our baby having Down syndrome. We just couldn't wait to welcome him into the world, which naturally won't be happening. But the fact is that she went and spoke to directors about, you know, the impact that it had on me in a positive way. And if that even trickles through to other mothers who are being told that they have a Down syndrome baby, if that trickles through to the staff that this isn't doom and gloom, you know, if they can pass those messages on to other women who went through what I went through, then that baby has made a huge change already to a doctor and directors. I mean, that's a big task for a little boy. And she reminded me the Facebook message I put on a few weeks ago. And in that message, so many of you reached out and responded with such heartfelt, I can't even explain, it was just so beautiful. And many of you reached out to me separately to say, you know, that you may never have thought of it that way, and the brave, or I can't remember the words that were used, but if I've even, like, through this baby, changed some mindsets that Down syndrome isn't doom and gloom for a family or for a child, you know, then again, that's huge. And she also reminded me that our baby boy made Will and I see that we are so strong and we have so much love that something like that would never stop us from giving love. It really made us see what we're capable of as human beings and as a couple, how lucky we are. And it's opened our possibilities. You know, we always thought, well, I always wanted to foster, and Will agreed we want to save babies. I was always told I couldn't fall pregnant. The more I fell in love with Will, the more I had the desire to have a baby with him. And that may never be the case. My window is so small now. I'm 44 in, God, I don't know, 2 days after Christmas. I don't know, I've lost track of days and times at the moment. The doctor says because I had a pregnancy with Down syndrome, there's high chance of another one, which doesn't scare me. As I said, I'll have a Down syndrome baby any freaking day. But if that syndrome is gonna stop the baby's heartbeat, which is what they are saying happened this time, then that scares the crap out of me. And, you know, another miscarriage, you know, and also the pregnancies, they hurt. I'm not a spring chicken, and I'm not putting age on me and saying I can't do something because of my age. I'm just saying I had HG, which is diagnosed in, I think, 3% of women. I was on meds for extreme nausea, extreme morning sickness, 24/7. I was bedridden basically for about 2.5 months. I couldn't really work. I cried. I just lay on the couch. I was really sick. It's the same thing that Kate Middleton had, and thanks to her, everybody now understands it better. So I don't know if I can put my body through that. Apparently, when I reach 45, you know, the chances get even higher, and that's only a year away. And also the older I get, the higher the risk of miscarriages. So it just seems there's so much against us, but you know, it's way too early to start thinking about that right now. I guess what I'm feeling is so much grieving, because not just for my 2 babies lost this year, but because miscarriage is such a taboo subject. We never discuss it, and that's why I'm so vulnerable doing this video, because, you know, I found myself this week saying on more than a couple of occasions, I am so sorry that my body killed our 2 babies, and that's awful to feel that and to almost believe it, you know, because, well, I'm human, and we do just think that it's like our fault, it's our body's fault. We couldn't grow and bring our babies into this world. I get it. And I understand soul contracts, I understand souls, babies having choices, I understand all of that spirituality, and I still caught myself saying that. I don't believe it's true, obviously, but it's part of the grieving. So we don't, as women, we just don't talk about it. And that, like, I can't imagine what women who are unable to properly heal from this must still be going through. I encourage you to heal and to speak up and to say what you need to say. That's my healing process anyway. I can't get away from that. And that's why I'm doing this video mainly. I'm hoping maybe it touches some of you that haven't healed from this to start your process too. Like, we need to come together as women, and we need to be allowed to heal from this. And we think we have to be so strong and we have to prove ourselves and we have to do everything, and we can't, you know. Being a woman is being in touch with your feminine energy. It's being kind to yourself and nurturing to yourself as well. That's the hard lesson we need to take. And I suppose I'm grieving for Down syndrome children or other children that are seen as having a disability, you know, that are labelled and boxed and just ideas of, oh, this is how life must be for them. Like, it's so not true. Down syndrome children will be very much in my future. I know I'll be reaching out to beautiful Cola from Down syndrome, Galway West, to see how I can help out there. And even if my story just helps pregnant women that are going through this, then that's fantastic. And I've got so much skill sets to help the children. And whether it means that moving forward it's fostering for Will and I, that's fine, you know, that's fine. I'll still be a mother. And now, thanks to our beautiful, beautiful baby boy, we know that we can foster Down syndrome babies if we want, and children, because they're so beautiful and they come with such magic. Why wouldn't you? So I suppose I've rambled a bit in this video. It's much longer than I want. So much thanks to everybody who's been supporting me. I am going to be okay. And like my doctor said, she was like, Janine, you are so strong. You are going to have no problems. You will get through this. And I know, but my strength comes through being vulnerable through videos like this. So much thanks to everyone for all your support and your love. I really hope that somebody out there gets some healing from this video. And if anybody needs to speak about their miscarriage or the fear of Down syndrome or anything, please just get in touch with me on this Facebook page, or some of you have my contact details directly. So much love to all of you. Bye.